Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be Serral and Maru. Does it get better than this? Maybe Serral versus Clem at this point, but bottom left and on Alcyone, it's going to be Maru. Top right going to be Serral. This is from the Esports World Cup, their series. And man, it was an excellent series. Maru did not roll over and get 4-0'd by Serral this time. He fought back, he won matches, and I don't know if he won this match, because I do not remember matches played on anything other than like Amphion, just because it's so weird, or maybe Dynasty or Post-Youth, but Alcyone and Oceanborn and Site Delta are just fairly standard, and I get them mixed up in my head. So hatch first here from Serral. Yo, are we going to do a gasless opening here against Maru, Serral? Are we? No. 18 drones and gas with this drone right here. Yes, okay. So no gasless opening here against Maru. He scared me a little bit there. So 16, 18, 17. Very standard here by Serral. Gasless openings, man, I don't think are very good. And maybe they're only good against Protoss, because I think that is the only matchup that I've seen Serral do that in. So anyway, we got our Reaper on the way. Reaper expand timing with this gas right here. And waiting and waiting and waiting, and there we go. Okay, so this is standard as can be. Overlord, making sure there are no barracks being built right here. And basically, there are none. Not basically, literally, there are none. 2 queens, 2 sets of lings. Yes. Again, super duper duper ultra standard. Maru is working on those Marines. And let's see when he starts his third base. Maybe he'll start it before the second base is finished, but we got ourselves a factory. All right. And a reactor, and ba-bam, ba-bam. If at any point you are not shooting, you are wasting time as a Reaper in this stage of the game. All right, so moving the drones away, chasing with lings, and hopping down is the Reaper to live to fight another day. And yep, yeah, he starts the third base before the second base is done, around 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Okay, so it's, yeah, command center, barracks, factory, command center. All right, third hatch here. The Reaper just checks to make sure that it is here. No 2-base play here from Serral. Yeah. KDA charge rocking that queen. Yes, indeed, rocking them. And yeah, a starport. Starport on the way here. So from here, Maru can do whatever the heck he wants. He can throw down more factories and go mech. He can go mass marine with medics. He can sprinkle in widow mines, marauders, liberators, banshees. I mean, he can go battle cruisers if he wants to from this position. The world is his oyster. But if he's going to play standard, it's just going to be Hellions into Marines with Stim and Medivacs and maybe a couple Widow Mines, and then sprinkling in Marauders to soak up the Baneling hits, and then pretty much from there, just keep making more of the same. And it is Banshees. All right, man. So, Cloaked Banshees. And Serral is trying to scout it here. Serral is the king of scouting, man. Especially from Zerg. Scouting with Terran is not a big deal. Just comsat, right? Bum, 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 bum. Hey, it's a Spire. And is he gonna see the tech lab? He is. He's gonna see the tech lab researching and a starport, and bam. It is so hard to hide. So hard to hide what you're doing from Serral as Terran. Yeah, and Protoss. And Zerg, especially Zerg, man. Especially Zerg. And Creep Tumor sniping it. Oh, he could have sniped it down. Just misclicked there. Just misclicked. Sad. Sad indeed. Okay, so everything looks okay, man. Serral's awesome. He has only lost an Overlord, but that got him some incredibly vital information that he needed, man. He needed to know it was a Banshee with Cloak, and he figured it out. So, Factory is swapped over here to create a reactor. More and more racks coming in here too. Hellions at the front, yeah, doing Hellion-y things and whatnot, holding the Zelniga Watchtower. I think there was a game on this map. I want to say there's a game on this map in the Cheese compilation last week, which was really fun, by the way. Some incredible proxy racks. We had proxy hatches. We had some StarCraft Evolution games in there, if you guys are a fan of that at all. It's really fun. It's Brood War versus StarCraft 2. You can play for dominance out there. You can see, oh, my Brood War Zerg is better than your StarCraft Terran. StarCraft 2 Terran, right? Super fun. Fourth base coming in here from Serral, and it's cheesy. It is cheesy stuff, too. Like, can Mass Reaper be viable against a Brood War Zerg player? I don't know. Guess what? We see that in the cheese comp. So that's super, super entertaining. Anyway, what else is entertaining is Banshee. Ah, one of the Banshees dies. But sure, 3 drones got killed. One of the Banshees still lives, which is why you make 2 of them so that you can, there you go, get another kill, get another kill. Nice. Good snipe there, too. This Banshee's got 2 kills of her own. Taking queen shots is a death sentence and gets, there you go, 3 kills of her own. Decloaks, gets out of there. Hellions bust up the left side because of all the attention that was coming on the right side because of the Banshees, and this is how you try to pick apart a Zerg player and slow them down and make them less murderous than they would be if you never try to slow them down at all. And this is something I find in team games to be especially true, is if, you know, the enemy team has 2 Zergs in it, or even 3 Zergs in it, if you don't harass them at all, they get really big really fast, and then you die. So you really have to watch out for that. You really got to harass them. You can't just sit back and be like, I'm just going to macro up and it'll be fine. Probably not going to be fine if the Zergs are any good. Changeling back there. I don't know why Serral has a Changeling on his own side of the map at a base that already he has vision at. Overseer. Oh my gosh, the second scout. The second scout. Not even going to die either. I mean, come on. Sees the tank pop out there. Sees combat shield. That's amazing. Coming up, and is he going to get it? Yes, he's going to kill that Hatcher, force a cancel. Forces a very temporary cancel. That was a very fast cancel replant. Like, insanely fast there from Serral. That is why he is who he is. Alright, so we are going for Hydra speed. +1/+1. Centrifugal hooks is complete. Banshee, 4 kills. Banshee, 5 kills. But one of those is a Zergling. Not honestly all that impressive to kill a Zergling if you're a Banshee. You really want to get drones. Or, I mean, heaven forbid, you can actually get a queen or something as a Banshee. That is how it always goes here. This is a really tough engagement for Marines. If they can kill a couple queens, it goes really downhill very fast for those queens. But with Ling support, it's almost impossible. So that's why the retreat there for Maru. He recognized what he was up against. The Changeling is going to expire eventually, but my gosh, it takes longer than I really think it does. And we are going to get the little Changeling death animation over here, where it goes... Pretty great. Let's see if we can get it before anything interesting happens on the other side of the map. Come on, die. There he is. It reminds me of Jeremy from the Smiling Friends TV show, which you guys may be familiar with. I think it's on Cartoon Network. There is an episode where one of the characters goes to, I think, the afterlife, specifically hell, I think it is. And he's given a tormentor named Jeremy, who's going to be annoying more than anything else, and that's what he does, basically. Anyway, Smiling Friends, incredibly weird show, very fun, philosophical, right? I mean, that's what adult cartoons a lot of the times are these days, is weird philosophy for adults in the cartoon format. Anyway, whatever, enough of that. Infestation Pit coming in, Baneling on the way, Drilling Claws, all sorts of fun stuff happening. Out here in the production tab, it is concussive shells. It is a lurker den. You know how Falcon feels about lurkers? It's not his favorite thing, but you know, could be worse. Could be worse than lurkers, I'd say. Trying to make Ultralisks against Maru is probably a worse thing you can do. Maybe Broodlords, too. Ultras are probably persona non grata #1 here for Zergs, just because, as another base comes up from Serral top left. Just because Ultras, I mean, they just get sniped and liberated and maraudered and siege tanked into oblivion. There are too many answers to Ultras in the Terran arsenal. It's disgusting. Like, the answers are everywhere. Serral, meanwhile, is having the greatest game ever. He's pretty happy here at 94 workers. He's going to attack from the bottom side and the top left side at the same time, it looks like. We'll see if Maru can handle this. Hellbats at the top of the ramp. They do take bonus damage from Banelings. And they kind of suck against Hydras too, but they will roast up Zerglings like they are made of The tissue paper. Le papier. As the French would say. Dude, Serral's expanding again. Maru, we gotta get something done here, man. Overseer can't run because it's in oversight mode. Tragically, it's not moving off creep. This is something that lower level players sometimes struggle with, is moving off creep. You gotta really be decisive if you're gonna do it, and here it goes. You march it in. Is there enough? Serral feels like there's enough. Absolutely. Tank down. Wow, the other tank gets wiped out. Big deal. So killing the tanks. Planetary stays alive. Actually, it wasn't even a planetary yet. Ooh, that would have been a big get from Serral, but he wasn't able to pull that one off. Dude, Serral's expanding here and here. He is probably going to expand here next, and then that'll be it. Maru will have this base, and you're done, man. These are all the places you can go right now. You're at 10 minutes. I'm sorry. That's all you can manage. Tragically. One Zergling. Without Adrenal, mind you. Hacking away. Hack, 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 hack. Hack, 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 hack. Okay, siege tank to deal with the Zergling. Probably overkill, but we'll allow it, I guess. Oh my gosh, it's a Greater Spire. Alright, so Serral's going to go Broodlords at some point here, which again, not as bad as Ultras. I think I will allow it. So Maru says, yeah man, if you want to throw away, like, what, 5,000 resources on killing 2 siege tanks, you're very welcome to do that, my friend. Creep spread, pushing down. We got queens everywhere. I mean, ghosts. This has just been as casual a TVZ in the first 11.5 minutes that you're ever going to see. Was there some Banshee harass? Yes. Was there an attack by Serral earlier? There was. But other than that, man, not a lot happening here. Oh, blinding cloud on the tank. The planetary is not blinding clouded. I really feel like it should be. Banelings, tap it. They don't want to use all the Banelings to kill that planetary with the Hydra support there. But they do snipe it. Not the end of the world, if you're one of those guys. Infestor on the way from Serral. Big fungals are a huge part of game-ending moves from Zerg in this matchup anyway. Maybe not as good against Protoss. Pretty good against Zerg, though. A fungal on enemy Lings is, like, brutal. They don't have a lot of HP to begin with, and slowing them down just destroys them. Because speed's their whole shtick. Ooh, nukes on the way, and a Nidus network. All right. We'll see if Maru wants to toss some nukes at us later. I mean, we would all say thank you, Maru, for the nukes. We really should tell him that if that's exactly what happens. So we're just really trying our hardest to sprint towards mining this map out, aren't we? Here at 12 minutes. We're just like, yep. Let's do this thing. +3 missile attack on the way. We got a flyer attack coming in here too. And Banelings onto the planetary. Not enough defense here. Dead. And again, he didn't waste all of the Banelings. Banelings are expensive. And then coming in to try to snipe this one. No. Siege tanks high ground. Planetary there too. Doesn't quite have enough with this little group to do that. Serral says doesn't allow it. Rich Vespine gas being taken at this base. God, it's so good. That is so good. Well, look, I mean, Maru's losing planetaries, but he does have other command centers. I guess maybe he's building other command centers to replace those. Maybe he's not as healthy as I thought he was. All right. Well, he's working on Infernal Pre-Igniter and +2 vehicles, so this could be Ghost Mech type stuff. Once again, he doesn't want to use those Banelings unless he has to. Unless he's desperate to use those Banelings. He pulls them back again. Lets the Hydras handle those Hellbats, right? Changelings again. That's the sound they make when they die. That's as close as I can get there. These are Adrenalings now. Bump, 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 bump. That attack speed is awesome. Maru's like, I'm going to attack through this little bridge. Good luck engaging with that with your current composition. And Serral says, you got to come out for the bridge eventually, man. Completely wipes that thing out. Abducts a tank. Snipes it down too after it gets one more hit off. Here come the snipes. Good snipe on that Viper. Didn't pull it back to safety, did ya? Did ya, Serral? And now your Viper died. Ultralisk Cavern on the way. Serral just kind of trying to use the whole gamut here, isn't he? Maru now taking this base, the last base remaining that has not been expanded to yet. This one hasn't been re-expanded to, which I find surprising. And then we get a nuke attempt. From the low ground to this gold base that Serral took forever ago. And it's going to be... Oh, cancels it. Serral. Serral, you spoil sport. Nice blinding cloud in there, too. But really, what matters here to Maru are the ghosts, right? He's just got a big old pack of ghosts here, which are effectively unkillable if you don't overextend with them, right? If you overextend with them, go deep on the creep with them, they will get killed by something. But if you just keep them back and snipe and snipe and snipe, it's a good time. Landing sequence interrupted. Yeah, and you have to use a siege tank to... Okay. Speaking of siege tanks, that one's dead. These banelings, I guess you can't really retreat with banelings against tanks because they'll get shot up if they try that. Once again, off creep. Ghosts have cloak. They can retreat. They're pretty fast. They're doing all sorts of stuff here, and that planetary goes down. Not a planetary, because it was flying. That was a command center. What went down there? This hatch is extremely close to death. I think Maru probably just wants to set up a tank like right here and go pow. Like one shot from a tank will kill it. Or ghosts maybe. Oh, are we sniping? I don't know what the sniping targets were there. The Hydralisks, I guess. Yeah, sniping, fleeing hydras. Yeah, but that hatch is dead. Ghosts are going to kill this hatch. That's how weak it is. Ghost wipe the hatch out. But, oh, gosh, pick them up. Pick them up. Some of them did not get picked up. Parasitic bomb, making these medevacs dangerous places to be, friends. Extraordinarily muy peligro, as the Spanish would say. Yeah, and then he doesn't have to commit as much over here. Blue flame hellbats, man. Adrenalings crushing them anyway. There aren't that many of those. Banelings don't do bonus damage to ghosts, which is why this guy's alive with 1 hit point. Because if he took bonus from Banelings, he would be dead. Undeniably, unquestionably dead as a doornail. But man, look at this income tab. Look at it. Serral's been widely ahead for the majority of the last 10 minutes. Maru's kind of going hybrid mech here. This gold base dying for Serral, I'm not sure if he actually cares about it all that much. And here comes the banelings, though. Yo, splashing on everything. Blinding cloud as well. Once again, the ghosts falling back there. Dropping changelings onto the battlefield. Tank gets sniped. That tank gets picked off by a couple of cracklings at the end of it. Fully upgraded there. This right side base is coming back. What's funny is unburrowing the spore crawler prevents it from dying. It's a very weird mechanic for spores and spines. That's the way it behaves. But yeah, I mean, Banks here, Serral's at 7,000 gas and 9,000 minerals. Maru's at 1,000, 1,000. So, I mean, that's a order of magnitude more in the bank here from Serral, and it makes sense. He's had so many bases for so long. He's long-distance mining right now. Not really in a position to save this hatch very well. Okay, he's like, fine, I guess we'll go. Yeah, YOLO. Didn't kill the tank, though. He's just trying to clear this high ground and take this left side base that used to belong to Maru, but it's dead now. Okay, so we're just letting this base die, I guess. Yep, another hatch down, and we are, how many? 3 punches towards the 10-punch card of killing 10 hatcheries against Serral in a macro game and winning the game. That's another one down. We are just punching our punch card very quickly right now. It is that stage of the game. Dude, this Hellbat is just eating drones, man. Just roasting them up. Roasting them up there. 16 drones have died. Hatch goes down. No real surprise there. Nidus Worm dies. Maybe it evac'd some drones. Doesn't really seem like it, but Serral's still at 73 workers because he was probably over-droned, so he's okay with losing those guys. You'll notice that he's not replacing them right now. Blinding cloud on them siege tanks. No follow-up, though, right? It's fungal, it's blinding cloud, it's abduct. Zerg have a lot of spells that don't kill anything. They're an assist. They really make it easier for the Zerg to kill something if it's been abducted or blinding clouded or fungal, right? But if you don't have the follow-up, it's just no good. Widowmine, first Widowmine hit of the day, I think. And Maru's kind of getting picked apart back here. Cracklings are everywhere. They got full upgrades. They can chew through SCVs and supply depots and factories and barracks very, very quickly. This position's getting overrun as well. And a nice fungal catch on those ghosts. Again, you don't want to use banelings on it, but sometimes it's the best way to kill them. It still does damage, even if it's not bonus damage. 18 SCVs die. It is 71 to 60 workers. I like that Maru's trying to take this base. It is very positive thinking by him. There goes nothing. All right, coming up the left side, another hatch is gonna die. Punch card number 5. Yeah, number 5. Terran fans are keeping track. Keeping track on their own at home. Night is coming up on the right side. Lurker's finally getting made for the first time here by Serral. Again, he had all of the tech. He had not used all of the tech because you don't have to use all of the tech. It's really nice that you don't have to do that. Okay, Lurkers, they didn't pop out of the Nidus, but I mean, you would be forgiven for thinking that that's what happened. Lurkers, bird as heck. We don't care if we're in range. Die. And it kills all the SCVs that are repairing it too. That's why Lurker attacks on planetaries are so brutal. Another Knight is coming up inside the main base. He leaves one guy to finish it off. Beautiful. I mean, Serral's game sense there is almost unfair. He retreats with everybody but one Lurker. Okay, these Lurkers actually might be in trouble. Hold on. Hold on. Nope, Ghost dying. Marauders that come to deal with this are dying. I don't think another Nidus is coming up. He's pretty much just said these Lurkers are going to do what they can do, and then they're going to die. Yeah, dragging this whole army back is so good. It is so good to do that. Oh, no, he was trying to throw up another Nidus. I'm just blind. Caster blindness is terrible, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, and I mean, this has been Maru on the back foot, right? So the trick is that sometimes as another planetary dies, I mean, how many bases is that? 4 planetaries, 4 command centers. That's 8. I guess if you kill 10 Terran bases, it's probably the same thing as if you kill 10 hatcheries, right? You're probably in a good position to win. Whew. But yeah, I mean, Terran is probably better at being on the back foot for the first 20 minutes and then suddenly mounting some kind of furious counterattack that wins the day. Protoss, I don't think as good at that. I'm not sure if Zerg is quite as good at that either. Man, he's just naked lings into Hellbats with siege tank support. That is not ideal. And there's the evac. Hey, the drone evac on the hatch death. That's why these Niduses exist by these hatches for sure. Yeah, we're just really trying hard to mine this entire map out, aren't we? There's another abduct with all of this damage done. Oh, look, an Ultra came out, and the first time I saw him, he was dead. Because why? Because Ultras are bad. That's why. Okay, 2 hatches for the price of 1. All right, 2 hatches going down simultaneously. That's 8 hatcheries killed. More and more drones are dying here. These Hydras are simultaneously trying to take down an entire orbital by themselves, which is probably doable because there's this going on the other side of the map. That tank is going to die. He's trying to unseed, but it's probably not. I mean, I don't know that it saved him, but he's alive regardless. Hey, look, another Ultralisk. They have chitinous plating, right? Yeah, and anabolic synthesis. They do. Cool. So at least they're fully upgraded. Oh, these Lings want that tank so bad. They actually unburrowed, left a burrowed guy here just so that Maru would have to use a scan on that. I mean, come on. Come on. Absolutely, positively, beautiful in every way. I mean, look, Serral's in control. I don't know what else to tell you about this. Again, he's got a bank that is several times larger than anything Maru's rolling with right now. You can see that down below. So he can afford to lose some bases, make some trades that maybe aren't as good. It is, but it's only 47,000 losses for him and 44 for Maru. It's not like it's been a massive advantage for Maru the entire game, right? What you want to see at this stage of the game as Terran is, I have killed twice as much Zerg as I have lost. That's all you ever want to see. Nice snipe and pick up there. Maru, you're so good. So good. I don't know what these Ultras are for, man. I really don't. They're here to be sniped is what they're here. Look at this Ghost. He's like, I want to snipe them. They're the biggest, chunkiest targets for snipe that I can ever imagine. Not worth it to put a hatch back here for the remaining minerals on these fields. Maybe for the gas, though. There's 2,000 gas less than that visor. Another couple gas at this stage of the game would be pretty nice. This base isn't mined out still because no one's been able to hold it for any length of time. Again, these edge bases are very easily sniped. All right. Snipe, snipe. Snipity snipe. Snipe, snipe, snipe. There you go. That's a dead Ultra without accomplishing anything. I mean, I guess you could say he absorbed some snipes that would otherwise go to Vipers. And you know what? Fair. Vipers are probably more useful to Serral than Ultralisks are right now. It's just Ultras are like 250 gas, man. They're not cheap. Another hatch dies. Serral's not in position to save this one either. Bam. All right. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I wanted 9 hatcheries. 9 hatcheries killed. We are very close to this one getting killed too, and the punch card getting filled, and you get 1 free Terran versus Zerg win. When you fill that punch card, you know how this works. Free Overseer is free. I mean, sniping it was probably unnecessary, but hey. Okay, Abduct. Beautiful. Yeah, tanks just don't have the usefulness that you would wish they have, do they? They're like Ultras in that way. Except I guess... Oh, sniping a Broodlord does take 2. Nice EMP on that Infestor, but he gets a fungal off anyway. But the Ghost lives, so it was kind of a stalemate engagement there, I would say. Nothing actually died, though some very scary spells were cast. And connected with, mind you. Oh yes, mule the heck out of this base. You need to mine this as fast as possible because Serral's coming back in to murder it as soon as he figures out that it's there, because he doesn't know that it's there yet. So Maru's keeping this away from him for the time being. Dude, Maru can win this game. I mean, I wish the resources lost looked better, right, from the Terran perspective. I really do. But I'm just not sure if that's something we're gonna figure out, dude. How long do these changelings live? They don't, I guess is the answer. Yay! 10! 10! 10! Double digits, hatch down. Every Terran fan just got up on the edge of their seat like that meme where the guy's playing video games and he's like sitting back with his controller in his hands. And then it gets intense and he sits up in his seat. That's exactly what Terran fans just did. Serral is taking this base, and I think it's probably... The decision was for the gas. He's going to take the minerals. It's not like you don't take the minerals, but he's doing it because the gas is there. And Zerg, if nothing else, needs gas at this stage of the game for the Infestors and the Vipers and whatnot. Fungal catch. Nice pre-split against that. Another Ultra's going to die. There it is. And look at this. We're planting the hatch as Maru wants to take this base. This is an insane game. These two guys, they give us the best. They always give us the best TVZs, don't they? Don't they, though? But the Broodlords are here. And remember when I was like, this base is in trouble as soon as Serral figures out that it's there. Yeah, man. The man has a lot of Broodlords. And the answer to these Broodlords is really going to have to be ghosts. Because 12 Marines aren't going to do anything. A couple Thors, maybe. Good snipe. 1 Broodlord does. It's Infestor Broodlord. What year is it? And Fungals? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, originally Infestor Broodlord was a Wings of Liberty thing because Fungals rooted. And Thors did not have the range they do now. So, Infestor Broodlord is like impossible for Terran or Protoss to deal with on any level. The root Broodlord combination was way too strong. Then they nerfed it, obviously. Okay, Maru says, you're going tier 3 Zerg against me, huh? You must be feeling pretty confident. Dude, these drones are going to die too. The Broodlords have to flee. Because what did I say? What did I just say? They were nerfed into the ground. The whole strategy was nerfed. Hatch down. The 7 SCVs died. Okay, fine. It is 49 to 33 workers. Serral has the lead. I'm not sure that anybody has a ton of income right now. He's not actually mining this gas, is he? Look at Falcon being utterly wrong that he wanted this gas. He would be mining the gas if he wanted the gas. Fungals, chain Fungals, Broodlords coming down. The Broodling was nerfed in a patch a couple years ago. They don't last as long as they used to, and it wasn't a long time at first either. Dude, but this ghost mech stuff. Tasteless once said it's the most cost-efficient thing in all of StarCraft 2, and I'm getting the feeling I agree with him on this. Resources lost are still within about a 7,000 amount range here between these two players. Fungal's getting tossed down non-stop. Thor's getting big hits on those Broodlords. But here comes the Zerg. Hydra's on the ground. Baneling's trying to crash on in here too. Nice fungal catch on those ghost chain fungling them. And it looks like Maru's army is dead. The Hydras to counter the ghost mech. With the Broodlord support, with the Infestor support. That's what we needed. Not Broodlords. Not the Broodlords. I don't think they're even paying for themselves back here. But in the sense, maybe they're tanking a little bit. Maybe that's what's going on. 187 to 108 supply. And it does look like Serral, with that engagement, has managed to pull out the win. Look, Maru still has income. He's still producing. He's still making the most cost-efficient composition in the entire game of StarCraft 2. Oh, there are some rumors. IGN reported last week that there are rumors of a StarCraft 3, but it's a first-person shooter. Like, it's a shooter of some kind. Like the Resurrecting Ghost, which I thought was an interesting thing for IGN to report. I don't really trust IGN's video game reviews because, like, they give everything a 9 out of 10, and therefore I don't trust them that way. But they're pretty reputable for reporting news. This isn't some random dude on Twitter. This is IGN saying it. So they've got some sources. They've got something they feel pretty comfortable about publishing. I love unsupported Broodlords against planetaries. Just like, boy, I sure hope nothing else shows up here because I'm going to die if they do. I mean, I guess they're supported generally. Fall back to the creep, boys. Spread that creep. And the Broodlords are like, ah, crap. Ghosts are within 8 miles of me. That's not going to happen. This needs to be lifted, needs to be lifted, needs to be lifted. It's too late. Too late, though. It's probably going to die. Yeah, I mean, the little siege tanks that have been left on their own today, they're just asking to be killed. And maybe, oh, the SCV is, no, the Adrenaling says no. Absolutely not. And then, okay, well, Orbital dead. He lifts it. It's on fire with 40 hit points. I don't know if it, I mean, in the sense that every unit matters right now for Maru, it does make a difference if this thing dies, and it will. But this command center's here anyway. Lings, yeah, this is just a pick-apart type situation here. Just sending in small groups of Lings on opposite sides of the map, forcing Maru to respond to both of them, forcing him to be the one who's responding. Maru is taking this base, though. And he has it back up to 152 supply. Dude, any other Terran would have just GG'd after that last engagement. But, oh gosh, the green. What does it mean? There's so much of it. Yeah, the banelings and fungals is what it means. Obviously, parasitic bomb getting tossed down. That medevac is going to die to it, but this base lives. This base lives. Serral continuing to try to pick apart Maru's holdings back down this way. Clearing some creep. Up at the top side, going to be good here from Maru too. The forced lift and dragging the Lings into the planetary. That was a pretty smooth move too. I'm not sure if that's what Maru intended necessarily. All right, man. Here goes nothing. 199 to 132 supply is not usually something that you can win with, no matter who you are. Not even if you're 8 GSL winner Maru. Another Broodlord dies. But Serral just has too much cash, dude. Just too much. Just too much cash here. And the patience. The patience is what makes Serral, man. I would A-move into this and lose everything. But he's just like, nope. We're going to hang back here out of range of the planetary. Out of range of that Thor. And my units want to go in there. But I'm trying to... never mind. We're going to go from the right side and the left side at the same time. Beautiful engagement here. Blinding Cloud, planetary down, fungals on everything. And that's it. The ghosts are alive, and the ghosts can do a lot, including kill the last Ultralisk. But the chain fungals, no, there's more ghosts back here. Hold on, Infestor's getting sniped all over the place. But Hydra's stutter stepping into victory. Snipes on the Hydras by Maru to try to stay alive here, too. Siege tank getting hits off on those Hydralisks. And tank down. Hydra count very low. More Lings running in. Lings against Ghosts are amazing. And I think that's it. That's the death knell. He's trying to call down mules, but the Zerg is on top of it. No income from those mules at all. And that's a GG. Maru's got a tap here. 190 to 20 total supply. There it is. Serral gets the win in 34 minutes and 54 seconds. Yo, hit the like button if you enjoyed that, TVZ. My goodness. I mean, yeah, Serral won, which is probably you could have guessed that based on how this started. And just, I mean, there's not a lot of harassment, right? 57 drones died in the game, yes. 12 hatcheries died in the game, yes. But early, there was not enough of it. Serral was able to get too big, too fast, too just quickly to be redundant a little bit. He did make 1,158 lings with full upgrades. Let's go. Let's get full upgrades on those boys. On the other side of it, it was mostly what? I don't know. Maru was kind of everywhere with his units, right? 107 Marines, 48 tanks, 7 Thors. I mean, he didn't really make anything even close to the 200 level. He was just split across several different components and several types of units here today, but he ended up losing, yeah, 2 orbitals, 5 command centers, and 6 planetary. So that adds up to actually more than 12 hatcheries. So I guess that's the math for today. 114 SCVs died as well. 28 medevacs. I always say kill the Terran's medevacs, and you're probably going to kill them. And then Serral trying everything in the toolbox today, man. Broodlords, Ultras, Lurkers, Infestors, Vipers, Queens, Hydras, Lings, Banelings. Just everything but Roach Ravager. Just not going to be good against Terran. At least not into the late game. You can kind of make some stuff happen early, but you know how that works. So, yeah, Serral just on too many places of the map. That's usually how it works. Oh... All right, so that was a GG. Well done there, Serral, getting the win. Great, really fun TVZ macro style, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, and I'm also on TikTok, so check those places out, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.